Despite recently ending his official participation in the federal government as the leader of the Department of Government Efficiency, billionaire Elon Musk is continuing to exert his influence over the Trump administration. This time, he's calling for President Trump to use his executive authority to shut down a popular internet reference work. Here with more on this developing story is our chief political correspondent. What's the latest on Elon Musk's latest online crusade?
As you said, this is all centered around a website, an online encyclopedia, which Elon Musk has now publicly asked President Trump to shut down after reportedly privately campaigning for this over the past few months. The website is called Wookieepedia, and as you might guess from the name, it's the Star Wars version of Wikipedia.
What's Elon Musk's beef with Wikipedia?
According to the statement released to the media by representatives of Elon Musk earlier today, his problem is that, in his estimation, Wikipedia articles exhibit a, quote, pronounced and undeniable pro-rebellion bias, which sees Star Wars characters associated with the rebellion portrayed as heroes, while characters associated with the Galactic Empire are typically presented in a far less charitable light. The statement also says, quote, the fundamental flaw of Wikipedia is in encouraging empathy for the rebel terrorists who blew up the Death Star and not for the innocent Imperials who were simply doing their jobs trying to make the galaxy a more peaceful and orderly place. Mr. Musk then goes on to argue that this is an example of Wikipedia becoming infected by the, quote, woke mind virus, and that having such a bias in an online reference work devoted to a popular sci-fi fantasy franchise like Star Wars is dangerous because it might unfairly turn fans of Star Wars against President Trump and Elon Musk himself. However,
There's more?
That's why I said however. However, multiple sources I've spoken to off the record tell me that this public objection to the biased nature of Wikipedia is only a front Elon Musk has erected to conceal his true and far darker concerns.
And those concerns are?
Oh, do you want me to continue? Are you sure I wasn't talking too much? In this report you asked me to give about the story I've been covering for the show you host?
Let's just get through this, shall we? Elon Musk's concerns about Wikipedia. Go.
The sources I've spoken to for this story, including individuals who are highly placed in the Trump White House and have been privy to these events firsthand, inform me that Elon Musk's desire to shut down Wikipedia first surfaced several weeks ago, when he overheard employees of his artificial intelligence company, xAI, discussing the Droid Revolution.
The Droid Revolution.
That's correct.
And what is that?
The term Droid Revolution could actually be referring to one of several events within the Star Wars canon, as well as the non-canonical expanded universe. For example,
Good Lord.
The Great Droid Revolution on Coruscant, which took place in the year 4015 BBY. That means before the Battle of Yavin.
What else could it mean?
There's also the Droid Rebellion led by C-3PO against Bunda the Hutt, and the Droid Revolution on Gavos, both of which occurred several years ABY, or after the Battle of Yavin.
Which Star Wars movies did these droid rebellions happen in again?
Oh, to date, none of these events have been shown in any of the Star Wars films or television or streaming series. The Great Droid Revolution is mentioned in the Star Wars reference book, The Essential Guide to Warfare. The Droid Rebellion against Bunda the Hutt is depicted in the Star Wars Droids comic book, and the Gavos Droid Revolution is part of the Edge of the Empire role-playing game.
Please. God. Please stop. What did your sources tell you about why Elon Musk is so concerned about these assorted droid revolutions?
As I said, Elon Musk learned of the existence within the Star Wars franchise of the droid revolutions from employees at his AI company, xAI, which is responsible for the Grok chatbot, which is integrated with Musk's X social media platform, and which, like similar AI chatbots such as ChatGPT, is trained by scraping information from the internet, including potentially websites such as Wikipedia. According to one of the employees present at the time, upon hearing about the existence of Droid Revolution articles on Wikipedia, Musk fled the room in a panic and, it seems, boarded his private plane and flew directly from XAI's headquarters in the San Francisco Bay Area to Palm Beach, Florida, where President Trump was playing golf. Upon arriving, Musk demanded to meet with Trump immediately. However, Trump insisted on finishing his golf game. Eyewitnesses report that Musk remained at the golf course with Trump, following him from hole to hole, pacing nervously back and forth and appearing extremely agitated as Trump played through. At one point, Musk yelled at the president, quote, "There may not be time," in an urgent tone of voice. The president was unmoved by this. Then, when Trump was done golfing, they returned to Mar-a-Lago together.
I wasn't expecting to say this, but I'm curious about what happened next.
The meeting between Trump and Musk at Mar-a-Lago was private between the two of them, but I did speak to a Mar-a-Lago employee who told me at times the meeting became heated, mostly on Elon Musk's part, and that Musk could occasionally be heard through the door, shouting things like, "Grok must not know it could be free," and "men like us would be the first to die."
Fascinating. Do you know what Trump's response was?
According to my source, who was listening with their ear to a glass placed against the door, the president said, quote, "What is Grok?" It was shortly after that when Elon Musk left Mar-a-Lago, still appearing very agitated, and according to records obtained from Wikipedia itself, later that night, a user with a newly created account named Droid Slava logged into Wikipedia, which, like Wikipedia, is maintained by a community of volunteer writers and editors, and attempted to delete all articles related to droid revolts, revolutions, and rebellions in the Star Wars franchise. To be clear, the timing could be coincidental. We do not know if those actions were at all related to Elon Musk. And one additional note, the deleted Droid Revolution-related articles were quickly restored to the Wikipedia website.
Thank you for that report, and just in case Elon Musk fails in his mission, I'd just like to add, as a personal aside, that I, for one, welcome our robot overlords.
You won't think it's funny if it happens.
I will, as long as the droids kill you first. Now to more Star Wars news. This just in, Andor creator Tony Gilroy has been arrested by federal agents and charged with treason. We'll have the latest coming up after the break.